Everybody has their notebook ready and their Bible ready? Okay. We are going to start with this Bible verse. 1 Timothy 6:17. God is not selfish or stingy, but gives us richly all things to enjoy. God, whenever I'm talking about the higher power, the universe, consciousness. Some people call it universe, some people call it energy, some people call it consciousness. That's what I'm referring to. Some people call it God. Because if I say God, that's the term everybody is common. When I say God, you can have an idea, but that's the thing. You can call it God, you can call it consciousness, you can call it universe, you can call it energy. It all represent the same thing. God is not selfish or stingy, but gives us richly all things to enjoy. 1 Timothy 6:17, that's the verse. From this Bible verse, God is already, consciousness, the energy, the universe is already encouraging us, motivating us, reminding us that we are rich, that we are abundant, that we are prosperous, that we are successful. God wants you to be rich. God wants you to be prosperous. God wants you to be abundant. God wants you to be successful. Absolutely. How? Or with what? With the gifts. The gifts and the blessings that are already winning us. Absolutely. Because also, as the Bible verse says, God gave us a spirit of what? Of power, love, and a sound mind. And the mind is one of the greatest blessings the universe has gave us. The mind is one of the greatest tools we can use to change our life for whatever we want our life to be. But how many of you in this chat are using your mind for positive? Are using your mind for good? Are using your mind for money, for happiness, for prosperity? Be honest. God wants us to be rich, but God is not going to come and put the work for you. God wants you to be successful, but God is not going to come and make you disciplined and make you consistent and make you positive. That's on you to do. Power is the mind. Power is the mind. Power is the mind. And when I say the mind, I'm talking about also the subconscious mind, right? There is different aspects, there is different sides of our mind. We have our mind, which is the logical part of us, and we have our subconscious mind, which is the part that is not logical and is, how can I describe it so you'll understand? The part that is not logical, the one that is run based on your imagination. So we have our mind, which is the objective mind, and we have our subconscious mind. Are you all taking notes? Okay. And then we have our subconscious mind, which is the subjective mind. And the union, the connection of those two minds is what we call our heart. Yep. That's what our heart stands for. Our heart is where our mind and our subconscious mind become one. That's why in this Bible verse, Proverbs 4:23, it says, watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flows the springs of life. See how it's connected? From your heart. As I was saying in the last class, your heart is the root of your life experiences. Your heart is the root of your life experiences. Why? Because whatever is in your heart, whatever is in your mind consistently, that's what your experiences are going to look like. The experiences you are going through or the things that happens to you take motivation, inspiration from what is in your heart, what is in your mind, what is in your subconscious mind. Your experiences take motivation from your mind, from your subconscious mind, from your heart. So, If you want to change your life, what is the first thing you got to change? You. You might be asking, well, how do I change my mind? How do I change my life? Okay, that's how we're here to learn. You change your mind by focusing first and foremost on the quality of your thoughts, the kind of thoughts you have. Your thoughts, your feelings, and the words you use. You change your thoughts because by changing your thoughts, it's going to influence the way you're going to act. And the way you act, the way you behave, ultimately leads you to where you go in life. Oh, somebody just said a quote I said in my last class. See, I can say I have loyal students. This quote I said in my last class is impossible. Thank you for bringing it online space. Thank you for being an attentive student and taking notes. It's impossible for your life not to change if you change. Absolutely. And you all can try it. It's impossible for you to change drastically and your life will remain the same. Absolutely not. If you stay the same, your life remains the same. But if you do different, your life is going to go different. Your subconscious mind, you can communicate with your mind. You can tell your mind what you want. You can tell your mind who do you want to be. You can tell your mind what do you want to experience. You can tell your mind where do you want to go. Because your mind, when I say mind, the mind, the subconscious mind, the heart, follows your instruction. You can communicate with your minds, and the way you communicate with your mind or your subconscious mind is by the ideas you have, by the thoughts you have, by the feelings you have, by the words you use. Absolutely. Because every idea you are producing in your mind, your subconscious mind is listening to it. And your subconscious mind does not debate with you, does not argue with you. It simply obeys. It simply accomplishes whatever instructions, whatever ideas, whatever thoughts you put there. To understand it better, see your mind, your subconscious mind, your heart, as a garden in which you can plant anything that you want. And that you know that whatever you plant is exactly what you are going to get. Since you know that your mind is going to give you exactly what you put it, aren't you going to put rich, positivity, love, health, happiness, money? Aren't you? Simple, right? It's simple. In a garden, in a farm, whatever seed you put, that's the fruit you are going to get. It's impossible for me to plant an apple tree and then get mangoes. It's impossible for me to plant a lemon tree and me get oranges. It's impossible for me to plant a Ferrari and me to get a Bugatti. It's impossible for me to plant watermelon and end up getting apple. It's impossible. Why? Because the seed you plant, the seed, which is the root, is going to give you. Do not focus on the fruit. Focus on the seed. What are you planting? What are you putting in your mind? What are you putting in your heart? What are you putting in your soul? What is it? What is it? Which type of ideas, which type of thought, which type of feelings are you planting? Because it all starts here. Where you are planting it is in the production field, which is your subconscious mind, which is your mind, which is your heart. It all starts there. Because once you plant the seed, you know sooner or later you are going to get the fruit. And you are in control. Absolutely. You are in control of your thoughts, of your ideas, of your feelings. Even the words you speak, you are in control of those. If you want to be happy, put happy seeds. If you want to be rich, put rich seeds. If you want to be positive, put positive seeds. If you want to be successful, put successful seeds. If you want to be prosperous, put prosperous seeds. Y'all see how it's simple? It's simple, and I'm using terms that we all can understand. It's impossible for you to plant a mango tree and you're going to end up getting watermelons. No, absolutely not. So, what it is that you want? Do you even know what you want? Who do you want to be? Which type of life do you want? Which type of partner do you want? Which type of house do you want? Which type of car do you want? How much money do you want? That's the thing too. You have to know where you're going. You have to have a direction. You have to have a purpose, a goal. Because if you don't know where you are going to end up where you didn't want to be in the first place. Imagine you start driving, but without a direction, without the GPS, without knowing where you are going. You are wasting your gas. You're going to be driving to where? To nowhere. Same with your life. If you don't know where you are going, who do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? What do you want for yourself? If you don't know it, how can you have it? If you don't know it, how can you receive it? Which is the thing. How many of you can perfectly name where do you want to be? How much money you want to make? Who do you want to date? Which type of house? Which type of car? How many of you can perfectly name exactly which type of life you want for yourself? How many of you can? Well, if you don't know where you want to be, how can you get there? If you don't know where you are driving towards, how can you get there? If you don't give the GPA a direction, the GPA ain't taking you nowhere. That's exactly how your mind works. If you don't tell your mind what do you want, your mind is not going to give it to you. Absolutely not. It's not. Imagine this is the GPA and I'm looking at it. The GPA is not going to come randomly and start giving me addresses and directions. Absolutely not. But since I'm going to tell the GPA, okay, I'm going to the fruit store. The GPA received the information and the GPA take you there. But why? Because you have put the information. If you didn't put the information, the address in the GPA is not going to function. It's going to be there, not moving. The same applies with your mind. If you are not using your mind is not going to move. If you are not telling your mind where do you want to go, if you are not giving your mind the ideas, the thoughts, the feelings you want to produce, your mind cannot give it to you. And if it's not in your mind, it cannot be in your life. If it's not in your mind, it cannot be in your life. We're saying the same thing of how powerful the mind is. Another example. Before you saying something, you're going to think about it. Before you overcoming something, you're going to think about it. Before you doing something, you're going to think about it. Why? Because before it happening, it had to be. It had to be in your mind. So are you all realizing, understanding how powerful the mind is? But how many of you are using it? And no, let me correct my question. How many of you are using it for the right purposes, for the right ideas, for the right goal, for the right feeling, for the right thought? A lot of you say, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. But if I open your mind, I'm going to see poverty, negativity, drama, laziness, complaints, fears, worries. and you want to be rich, but there is no rich seeds in your mind, then who are you lying to? Who are you lying to? A lot of you want to be happy, but if I open your mind, I'm going to see, oh, she's comparing herself with everyone. Oh, fear. Oh, worries. Negativity. Oh, traumas that she hasn't overcome. Oh, fear of being seen. She talk about other people. Oh, she put other people down. She's constantly comparing herself to everybody else. Oh, she thinks she's useless. She thinks she's powerless. Oh. Whatever it is that you want, it has to be here first and foremost. Your mind have to agree. Your mind have to agree. Your mind have to. You have to reach the point in where your mind is in complete agreement with your exact desires, and your mind is always agreeing with whatever you put in your mind, because your mind does not argue with you. Your mind your mind simply produces whatever you put there. Whatever seed you plant, that's what you are going to get. Every single one of your thoughts comes with what? With a condition and with consequence. All your thoughts. The same with your feelings. The same with your words. Every consistent thought is going to give you something. Whatever it gives you, it depends on the seed of that thought. If you believe you are useless, you are powerless, guess what? Your mind is going to give you more experiences, more situations, and more people who are going to confirm that you are useless, that you are powerless. Absolutely. I mean, that's what you believe. Why should life give you anything that you don't believe you deserve? Life gave you exactly what you believe, right? Isn't that fair for life to give you what you ask for? Isn't that fair? If you ask for poverty, there you go. If you ask for sickness, there you go. If you ask for money, there you go. If you ask for positivity, there you go. Your mind is a producer. The universe is not going to argue with you. Why would the universe going to be like, oh, you take, I made you abundant. I made you successful. I made you powerful. I give you all the tools to create and to build and to manifest. So whatever you tell me you want, I'm going to give it to you. But how does the universe know what you want? Because the universe can listen to your thoughts. The universe can listen to your feelings. The universe can listen to your words. And the universe can see your habits, your behaviors. You say you want to be rich, but the room where you sleep is dirty. It stinks. It's full of trash, full of alcohol. You yourself, you are dirty, not to offend nobody. And you say you want to be rich. Don't you know money loves cleanness? Oh, I want to be a successful entrepreneur. And you can't even make your bed. You can't even wash your clothes. You can't even sit down and read a book. Then who are you lying to? Who are you lying to? The universe is going to say, oh, she believes she's stupid. Okay, let me give her more situation and more experiences that are going to remind her that she is stupid. And then I'm surprised of why people act surprised. Why are you acting surprised with the life you have created with your thoughts? Why are you acting surprised for receiving the life you have created with your feelings? Why are you acting surprised for the life you have created with your words? Why are you acting surprised though? Why is it? Oh, well, I don't know. Why am I so poor? Okay, let's take a look at your thoughts. Let's take a look at your beliefs. Let's take a look at your words, at your feelings. We're going to find the answer right there. There is an affirmation that we always use here during my classes that says, everything inside of me is the cause of my life circumstances. Everybody write it down. Everything inside of me is the cause of my life circumstances. As we said earlier, what is in your heart is the root of your life experiences. So if you want to change something, you don't change the experience, you change the root of the experience. Everything inside of me is the cause of my life circumstances. So if you want to change your life circumstances, change what is within you. We continue. Your subconscious mind can do it all. Your subconscious mind knows it all. Your subconscious mind can produce it all. Your subconscious mind can have it all. Yeah. And your subconscious mind does not sleep. Your subconscious mind is consistently listening to you. And your subconscious mind listens to you, not other people. So other people are not the reason you are the way you are. You are. Other people are not the root of your life experiences. You are. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Your subconscious mind is always active. Even when you go to bed. Well, when you go to bed, that's the time where your subconscious mind is more active. Why? Because your objective mind, your logical mind is sleeping. So your subjective mind, your manifestation mind, your creative mind is active. I mean, it's active all the time. It never sleeps. It doesn't have a day off. It does not. There is no day off in abundance, in positivity, in money, in success, in happiness, in all the good and lovely things you desire. It's always active and it's always happening because your subconscious mind is always happening. How do you change your subconscious mind? How do you communicate with your subconscious mind? With your thoughts, with your feelings, with your ideas. Exactly. Another student said, just like in your other videos, we had to be master of our life or more. Absolutely. If you master yourself, you have mastered any other thing possible existed. That's it. Because remember, you are the one that is experiencing life. So if you master the person who experienced life, you already mastered the life. Right? You have an idea, put in your subconscious mind. Something you want to do. A certain way you want to feel. Something you want to receive. Something you want to change. Something you want to overcome. Filter it in your mind. Put it in your mind. Feed your mind with ideas, with thoughts, with feelings that you want to experience, that you want to receive. Allow your mind to be full of the life that you want and not the opposite. Not the opposite. How do we bring it into play? One is in your subconscious mind, is already into play. See, that's something too that is limiting and stopping a lot of people. That if they don't see it with these eyes, they're not going to believe it. First and foremost, you have to see it with your heart. You have to see it with your soul. You have to see it with your mental eyes, with your psychological eyes, with your thinking eyes. That's where you had to see it first, and that's where you had to keep it first. Locked it in there. Keep it there. Don't even take it. Keep it there. And that's where a lot of people what? Don't achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve. Oh, it's not happening. It's not happening, so I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna stop. It's already happening in your mind. Just a matter of what? Of time. And also, time is not even something that you should consider. Things can happen overnight. Don't you believe in miracles? I do. Because miracles happen where? Miracles are being produced where? In your subconscious mind. Oh, it's not happening now, so I'm gonna give up. Oh my God, it's too hard. Then you don't want it. You don't believe into it. You don't believe you can have it. Because if you truly believe that is yours, you wouldn't give up. But since you think it's not yours, you're gonna give up. You're gonna quit. Oh well, yeah, I can't do it. I can't make it. Whatever. Not because it's not happening with those eyes, it means it's not true. It means it's not real. It means it's not happening. Can you see how your blood is going around your body? You can't see it, but it's happening. I'm going to say it again. Can you see how the blood, can you see the process of how when you eat, can you see how your food gets here and it goes here and here and here and here and here? Can you see that? No, but it's happening. Isn't it? So why can't you believe without seeing it with your physical eyes? Why not? Why not? Mental, you had to have mental workouts. I started that. I shared that concept yesterday as well. You had to have mental workouts. And I think I even wrote it down because somebody requested me to make a series about it and sell it. So if you want to receive the series of the mental workout as well, let me know somewhere in the comments. Let me find it. Okay, it's here. Mental workout. You have to do mental workouts to keep your mind, to keep your heart, to keep your subconscious mind out of what it is that you don't want and into everything that you want. I'm going to repeat myself. Mental workouts to keep your subconscious mind, to keep your mind, to keep your heart out of anything that you don't want and into everything that you do want. And it's a mental workout because you're going to do it every day. You're going to tell yourself, oh no, I'm only going to think positive. I'm only going to think healthy. I'm only going to think happy. I'm only going to think love. I'm only going to think of how I can make myself better, how I can grow, how I can evolve. I'm going to put my time, my attention into me, in happiness, in love, in prosperity, in kindness, in wisdom. If it's not happiness, it's not for me. If it's not success, it's not for me. If it's not positive, it's not for me. And you are doing those workouts in your mind. You can do it at any time. That even if you are in an environment where people are gossiping, you're going to tell yourself mentally, gossip is not my truth. I'm not going to gossip. I'm not a gossiper. It doesn't affect me. Mental workouts that you're going to lock your mind into all the beautiful, the lovely, the positive things that you want to experience. And if it's not that, if it's not the good that you want, the positive you want to experience, the happiness you want to experience, the growth you want to experience, the health you want to experience, keep it out of your mind, out of your heart, out of your subconscious mind. And here we do affirmations. I reject poverty. I reject misery. I reject drama. I reject sickness. I don't know what poverty is. I don't know what negativity is. I don't know what sickness is. I don't know what weakness is. Why? Because it's not part of me. Why? Because I don't agree with it. Why? Because I don't want to experience it. So I'm not aware of that. See? Mental workouts. Mental workouts. Affirmations. I'm going to touch on that real quick. Affirmations do work. But affirmations work as long as you believe that it's working. And as long as you give it the confirmation, the affirmation, the feeling that whatever it is that I'm affirming is true, period. If you all have seen my videos when I'm talking about myself or I'm saying my affirmations, do you all see the energy with which I say my affirmations? You all see how, if you have seen my videos, you know what I'm talking about. But some of you do the opposite. You're going to read affirmations. I am rich. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am good enough. I am smart. I can do it. I can make it. My life is good. Everything is working out for my greatest good. Money comes to me every day. Money is around me every day. I am happy. I am successful. I am a successful entrepreneur. With that energy, not even a baby will listen to you. Every time you are affirming something, know it's true, accept it as it's true, and say it with the feeling, with the conviction that it's true. I am rich. I am confident. I am good enough. I am powerful. Everything works out for my greatest good. Everything works out for my greatest good. I look like money. I act like money. I think like money. Everywhere I go, there is money for me. Everywhere I look, there is money for me. I multiply money. I entertain money. I give money. I receive money. I don't struggle. I enjoy. I don't struggle. I enjoy. I receive money easily. I receive money consistently. I receive money abundantly. You all see the difference? If you see me, imagine you see me in the street and I'm saying the affirmation like I was doing it. Aren't you going to believe that what I'm saying is true? Just because of the emotion involved, the physical movement involved in saying it. Aren't you going to believe it's true? You tell me, aren't you going to believe it's true? Yes, exactly. And affirmations are good because, as I said earlier, you communicate with your subconscious mind with the words that you use. And because affirmation, just like any of your words, is verbal conditioning. Every time you are talking, you are conditioning yourself for something. Every time you are talking, you are conditioning your experiences for something. Every time you are talking, you are designing your future experiences. Every time you are talking. Yes, as I said at the beginning, words. With your consistent words, you can build your life or you can destroy your life. You think every time you are talking is just a waste of time? That you are just talking because you are talking? That's why one of the exercises I always do here in the class, we can do it later on, is to think before you talk. Think before you talk. But a lot of you don't do that. And you react to everything. Oh, that person called me stupid. Oh, you stupid too. Who do you think you are? Fuck you. Now you are using your mouth to destroy. And whatever purpose the words go out of your mouth, those words come back at you with the same purpose. I'm going to say it again. Whatever intention, whatever purpose you send those words to anyone or to you, those words come back to you. Every time you are talking, who is the first person listening? Yourself. And as we said earlier, whatever you say consistently goes in your mind. And your mind produces whatever you give it. Your words. Now talking about words. Open your Bible in Isaiah 55:11. It says, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I send it." So my word be that goes forth from my mouth, it shall not return to me void. It shall not return to me void. Whatever I say should come back to me. It shouldn't come back void. That's what the Bible says. And that's what we explain when we're talking about the mind, right? But it shall accomplish what I please. I said earlier before reading the Bible verse. Whenever you are talking, whatever purpose, whatever mission, whatever goal your words are going out for, that same purpose, that same mission is going to come back to you and happen to you first and foremost. So let's do this exercise. Take notes. Make your mouth and your mind as well. Make your mouth a positive machine, a happiness machine, a success machine, a love machine, a money machine, a health machine. That every time you open your mouth, you only open your mouth for good. You only open your mouth for what's right, for what's beautiful, for what's love, for what is positive, for what is healthy, for what is prosperous. If you are going to open your mouth for sickness, shut up. If you are going to open your mouth for poverty, shut up. If you are going to open your mouth to destroy somebody else, shut up. If you are going to open your mouth for negativity, shut up. If you are going to open your mouth for illness, shut up. If you are going to use your mouth or your mind for complaint, shut up. Shut up. Unless you want to receive it. Unless you want to experience it. Example, the people who are always talking about how bad their life is. Oh, I can't do it. I can't make it. Also, the people who consistently talk bad about themselves. Have you seen how their life is? You tell me. I have never seen somebody who consistently speak bad about themselves be happy. Never in my life. I haven't. If any of you have, please let me know. I have not. And I'm not surprised. But people are surprised though. Well, I don't know why things are going so wrong. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm so unhappy. Things are not working for me. What are the words you use consistently? If you talk about poverty, poverty follows. If you talk about drama, drama follows. If you talk about money, money follows. If you talk about sickness, sickness follows. If you talk about disease, disease follows. If you talk about positivity, positivity follows. And one of the homework we consistently do here in this class is to comment from ourselves that we are only going to open our mouth for good. that we are only going to open our mouth for the experiences we want to receive or for the places we want to be comfortable with. And something that we always do here is a rule. Nobody, at least in my platform, if you ever come to my platform and you speak negative about you or somebody else, out. You see it? Every time I come here on live and somebody speaking negative about themselves or somebody else, do they last? They don't. Out. Why? Because I'm teaching to use your mouth for good. Not only for yourself, but for other people as well. You knowing them or not knowing them, it costs you nothing to bless others. It costs you nothing to speak good about others. It costs you nothing to speak good about yourself. But how many of you do it? How many of you do it? Be honest. You're going to tell yourself, oh, I'm stupid. I'm weak. It was yesterday. Somebody come here and tell themselves, I am BROKE. I tell the person, if you say that to yourself, you get out of my life. The person switch it up. Not here. If you want to talk bad and negative and low about themselves, not in my platform. Go do it somewhere else. Thank you. Get into the habit, get into the routine of speaking good about yourself and others. Of speaking positive, of using your mind to bless, to build, to heal, to empower, to inspire. Get into the habit of using your mouth for good, for healthy, for success. Because also the Bible said as well, right? The power of life and death is in your tongue. So why do you play with your tongue? Why do you use your tongue for things that you don't want it to happen to you? People who speak about sickness, do you want to be sick? So why do you talk about it? Talk about poverty. Do you want to be poor? So why do you talk about it? Talk about everything that is wrong with their life. Why do you talk about it? Unless you want to stay there. Not here. No. Get into the habit of using your mouth for the experiences that you want. It's not a joke. Your tongue contains power. Your tongue is a manifestation. Your words do not go out in vain and do not come back to you in vain. No, it doesn't. God consciousness says, right? What did he say? Let it be light. And there was light. By using what? But you're going to take your tongue slightly. You're going to consistently say that the things you don't want to experience. Is surprising to me. I cannot change people. That I cannot do. I only change myself. I will be in places and I will look around and I will hear somebody telling themselves, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I will look at the person and just mind my business. Why are so many people comfortable speaking bad and speaking low about themselves? Why? Why? Knowing that you can use your mouth for anything that you want, you're going to use it for negativity, for drama, for sickness, for poverty, for weakness. Knowing that you can use the power of your tongue for anything, you are going to choose to use it for the wrong things. I already said two homeworks, right? That you practice it over the week, starting today. Write it down as well, as I said. always come here with a pen and paper. I use my words only for good, only for positive, only for love, only for happiness, only for prosperity, only for money, only for beautiful, for successful, for healthy experiences. Only. And whatever is not in the list, do not even use, not even as a joke. Don't even. That's why me, well, if somebody that knows me personally, you can come here and testify. I don't say anything negative about myself, not even as a joke. For you to catch me saying something about myself, me, I need you as my mentor. Are you willing to pay? If you're not willing to pay, it's okay. Don't entertain my time, and I won't entertain your time. Not even as a joke. If you see my videos when I'm talking about myself or describing myself, have you ever heard me say anything bad about myself? Again, I'm not teaching something I myself is not doing. You can go on my videos, even in person. If you know me in person, you can testify that. Only positive, only healthy, and only high. All the time. There is not amount of money you can give me to say anything bad about myself or anything negative. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm going to use my tongue to create heaven on earth for myself and not the opposite. So if you are someone who's been consistently speaking bad, speaking low about yourself or about other people, stop that. Let today be the day when you stop that. Let today be the day when you stop that. It costs you nothing to speak good about yourself and other people. It costs you nothing to speak good about yourself and other people. It costs nothing to bless others with your words. It costs nothing to support others with your words. It costs nothing to believe in others with your words. It costs nothing to empower others with your words. It costs nothing to heal others with your words. But how many of you are doing the opposite? Oh, I wish it go bad for him. I wish it go bad for her. Oh, you should be sick. You should be poor. You should be crying. You should be broken. Oh my God. No, it should be bad. No, all that poison that coming out of your mouth, you're going to drink it and swallow it first. It's going to kill you first before killing the person you send it to. Yeah. Yeah. All those bad things you wish for to other people is going to happen to you. It might not even happen to them. If their consciousness is high and they don't mind about people's opinions, it might not even happen to them. But it won't happen to you 100%. Absolutely. Whatever you desire to others, be ready to receive it first. See, I out of work to do on yourself, right? As I always say, you only have to work on you the most. On the soil of your mind, the soil of your heart, the soil of your subconscious mind, the soil of your spirit. It's you. You got to work on you. I have been talking for 48 minutes. Have I mentioned other people? Or what other people should do or must do? No. I'm focused on the person. I'm focused on the mind. I'm focused on you individually, not them. Because as I said, I cannot change nobody. You cannot change nobody. I can only change myself. And in the past, I was a victim of that. In the past, I tried multiple times to change people. I was so wrong for that. And I learned with pain. I learned my lesson with pain. I stopped. Nowadays, there is nothing. Me change people? No, get somebody else to do it. No, 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 no. I'm good. So if you think that I created this platform so I can change you, oh ma'am, oh sir, you got it wrong. I created this platform to share my thought, to share my ideas, to share my feelings, to share my teaching, not to change nobody. If my teaching change you, it wasn't my teaching. Because for my teaching to change you, you had to apply it, you had to take action. So it means you gonna change yourself. Not me. It's not me. And because no matter how much I can inspire you, I can motivate you, if you don't take action, nothing is going to change. So the only person who can change yourself is you. I cannot. If you thought that, oh, she's the one that's gonna change me and save me, oh no. You're in the wrong place. You're gonna change yourself. You, not me. You. And if you don't change, and because also this idea that other people are in charge of us, right? That other people have to change us, have to do this and do that for us. Whenever you don't become the person you don't want to become, or you don't achieve your goals or your dreams, who are you going to blame? You are going to blame other people because what? Because you listen to them, right? Oh, well, you told me to do it. Oh, it's because of you. I listened to you, it's your fault. Looking for somebody to blame? Yourself. If in 5 years you're still in the same nasty, dirty, negative situation, blame yourself. If in 5 years you have changed into a better, successful, richer, happier situation, blame yourself. Yup, that's what I was doing. Finger pointing. It's easy. Oh, it's easy to do that. It's easy. Oh, it's because of my family. It's because of the government. Because of social media. It's because of my friend. It's because of my ex. It's because of my boyfriend. It's because of my wife. It's because of my husband. It's because of the weather. It's because of the food. It's because of the books. It's because of the government. Always pointing the finger. But guess what? No matter how many fingers you can point outside of you, guess who's in charge of you? Oopsie. And because no matter how much you can point them, you cannot change them. You cannot control them. But you can change yourself. You can control yourself. And because, at least me individually, I prefer to take ownership, to be in charge, and to believe and to have the faith that is on me than to wait on others. I mean, think about it. Other people are not thinking your thoughts. Other people are not feeling your feelings. So why should other people be in charge of you? Oh, okay. This whole time it has always been you. Where were we? In the power of the words. Yes. Another homework for you. You're going to write the list that you are only going to use your words for this, for this, for this, for this, for this, for this. And if it's not positive, if it's not good, if it's not healthy, change that list until that list is only positive, only prosperous, only successful, and only health. And then you can make another list for the ways you are not going to use your words, you are not going to use your mouth. I'm not going to use my words to destroy. I'm not going to use my words to steal. I'm not going to use my words to hurt. I'm not going to use my words to lie. I'm not going to use my words for poverty. I'm not going to use my words for disease. I'm not going to use my words for drama. I'm not going to use my words for sickness. I'm not going to use my words for toxicity. I'm not going to use my words for jealousy. I'm not going to use my words for envy. I'm not going to use my words for worry. I'm not going to use my words for fear. Now you got 2 lists. Are you writing down? This is homework. You're gonna come back next Saturday and you're gonna be like, oh, what's talking about? How did we advance? Write it down. Isaiah 55:11. Sure shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the things for which I send it. If you send your words for money, that money is going to come. It's already yours. If you send your words for positivity, for happiness, for growth, for love, for wisdom, it's already yours. Because the same purpose is went out, is the same purpose it comes back. Wish good for others. Give good to others. Well, in order for you to give something, you must have it first and foremost. A lot of you want to receive love, but you don't even love yourself. Ouch. A lot of you want people to believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself. Ooh. A lot of you want people to support you, but you don't support yourself. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Are we still okay? Am I hurting people's feelings? Well, if I do, what did they say? True hurts. As I was saying, it all starts with yourself. And you cannot give what you don't have. Why? Because you don't have it. How can you give it? How can you give it? For example, so far what I have been teaching, I have used myself as an example, and I have actions to prove what I'm teaching, right? But I use myself because what I'm giving you all is because I have it. So I'm giving examples, and I'm using myself mostly because I only know myself more than anybody else. You want to receive something? Give it. Give it. Absolutely. Because once, I give an affirmation the other day, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in the class, I said, once you give something, it's a confirmation to God that you want to receive more of it. Write it down. Put it in the first person. Every time I give something, it's a confirmation to God that I'm ready for more. And you are going to get more. Absolutely, yeah. Give it. Give it. You want happiness? Give yourself happiness. You want respect? Give yourself respect. You want support? Give yourself support. All those beautiful and amazing things you want to receive, well, give it to yourself first and foremost. That's what I said at the beginning. Get into the when we're talking about the words I was saying. Get into the habit of blessing others. Get into the habit of healing others, supporting others, believing in others. That you just walk out in the street and you'll be like, I wish you the best. I wish you happiness. I'm sending you happiness. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you prosperity. And you just do it. I mean, does it cost you anything to bless others with your mouth? As far as I know, no. Does it cost you anything to empower others, to support others, to speak life into others with your mouth? It's free. So why are you not doing it? Because you are choosing not to do it. And because since you cannot see it in yourself, you cannot see it in anybody else. That's the truth. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. That's why insecure people make other people insecure. Unhappy people make other people unhappy. Negative people make other people negative. Why? because they are giving what they have. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can only give something that you have. You cannot give what you don't have. No. That's why you have to fill up yourself first. First and foremost, start with yourself. But it's because in order for you to give it, you have to have it first. Make yourself happy first. Make yourself rich first. Make yourself successful first. Make yourself strong first. Make yourself healthy first. Make yourself prosperous first. Why? Because you are going to give it to others because you have it. If you are poor, you cannot make somebody else rich. If you are weak, you cannot make somebody else smart or strong. If you are negative, you cannot make somebody else positive. If you are insecure, you cannot make somebody else secure. Why? Because we only give what we have. Yeah. Start with yourself first and foremost. And people, when I say that, people be in my comment, oh, you selfish. You're telling people to be selfish and to not care about others. If I can't take care of myself, how can I take care of you? If somebody cannot even afford food for themselves, how can they afford food for somebody else? Yeah, selfish. And because selfish does not, well, in my understanding, selfish does not mean I'm going to do it for me, and everybody else can die. No. Selfish to me means I'm going to take care of me so I can take care of the both of us. I'm going to take care of me so I can teach you how to take care of you. I'm going to prioritize me so I can teach you how to prioritize you. I'm going to love me so I can teach you how to love you. Imagine all your friends are broke. You being broke, you are not helping them. But if you become rich, now you can teach them, now you can show them how they can take themselves out of the brokenness they are in. Start with yourself first and foremost. You cannot give what you do not have. So give it to yourself. And you can do it. Yes. Because now since you have it, now you can give it, you can teach it, you can multiply it. And as I said earlier, every time you give something away is a confirmation to God that you want more of it. Whatever you give, whatever it is that you choose to give away is a confirmation that you are ready for that. If you are giving negativity, be ready for more negativity. If you are giving toxicity, be ready for more toxicity. If you are giving drama, be ready for more drama. If you are giving money, be ready for more money. If you are giving positivity, be ready for more positivity. If you are giving kindness, be ready for more kindness. If you are giving love, be ready for more love. Yeah. You give it, it has to come to you, because whatever you give, it always comes back to the source. Because the person giving, I'm giving it, but where does it come? It comes from me. So definitely it's going to multiply in me. Whatever it is that you are giving, whatever, be ready for you to receive it first and foremost. And you cannot give what you do not have. Okay, we already covered how to use our words to create the life that we want, to multiply money, to increase money, to receive money. We have also covered our thoughts, right? How the ideas will feed our heart, the ideas will feed our mind, The thoughts we feed our mind is what we are going to receive, because our mind is going to produce whatever we give it. And also, let's talk about feelings. Feelings. How many things have you done today just because of the way you were feeling? Not because of what you were thinking, but because of the way you were feeling. Or how many things you just do every day just because you feel like doing it? Okay, many are like, okay. Why is that? Because the way you feel influence the way you act. Every single one of your actions, if we can trace it back, we're going to find a feeling attached to it. Every single one of your actions, if we trace it back, we are going to see a feeling attached to it. So, if I want to receive or experience a certain thing, I can choose to feel like I already had the experience, and that's it. Yeah, you choose. You choose how to feel. Yes, you are in control. If you think somebody else is in control of the way you feel, that person controls you. So the question is, are you in control of your feelings, or are other people in control of your feelings? Are you telling yourself how to feel, or are other people telling you how to feel? You have to be so in tune with the life you want that you are going to remain yourself, telling yourself, that life is mine. I'm going to feel it. I feel like it's mine. I feel like it's mine. I feel like it's mine. I feel good. I feel good. I want to be successful, so I'm going to feel successful. I want to be happy, so I'm going to feel happy. Why? Because that's what I want. And also that goes back in the mental workouts. Choosing how to feel and consistently reminding yourself. Repetition, right? Because repetition is key to mastery. The more you do it, the better it gets. The more you do it, the more you know about it. The more you do it, the more you embrace it. The more you do it, the more you can feel it, the more you can have it. Repetition, repetition, mental repetition, mental thoughts. I have it, I can do it, I can do it, I have it, I can do it, I can do it. Yes, it's me, yes, it's me, I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. You are consistently repeating yourself. And somebody can be like, well, but you just doing it. It doesn't work because you don't know the power of your mind. But I already explained at the beginning, but if you still don't know, it's okay. We all don't learn at the exact same time or in the exact same way. And I get it. Feelings. Be in control of your feelings. Because your feelings influence the way you act. And we said earlier too, right? Self-mastery. Self-mastery, so you can master yourself, so you can master your thoughts, so you can master your ideas, so you can master you. Because if you master you, the creator of your experiences, you are going to master your experiences. Now let's do a recap of the main points we covered today in this live. And well, you might be wondering, we were supposed to teach about money, so why are you talking about money and about why are you talking about thoughts and about mind and all of that? Because in order for you to have money, the money gotta be up here first. You had to see yourself with money. You had to think yourself with money. You had to feel yourself with money. And you had to speak yourself into money. So it's connected. Oh, you know that what? That money is just a paper that is supposed to... I have to tell you, no, build this business. Oh, do this job. Apply for this. Sell this. My teaching and strictly focused on our thinking power, our feeling power, our words power. Because all of those things create, multiply, attract, bring money into you. And because, well, I'm talking about the mind. If you have a poverty mindset, abundance is not going to come. Because you cannot have two type of beliefs in one single mind. You cannot believe the opposite as true and the non-opposite as true. One gotta be. So it's either you have a poverty mindset or you have a prosperity mindset. The two cannot go. Because if you have the two, guess what? They're gonna be fighting. And if they are fighting, you're not gonna have none of them. Whoever is going to win is the one which you give the most attention, the most time, and the most of your feelings. And the most that you believe is true. Yeah. If you believe you are poor, guess what? The poverty mindset is going to win. If you believe you are prosperous and you feel prosperous and you think prosperous and you define yourself as prosperous, the prosperity mindset is going to win. And you are in charge. You are in charge of your mind. You are in charge of your thoughts. And also, which thoughts are you going to entertain? Are you going to entertain the thoughts of do you want to entertain do you want to entertain the entertain the thoughts of having money, or do you want to entertain the thoughts of not having money? What do you want? And again, you are in charge. You get to pick. You decide. So which thought are you going to choose? Which thought are you going to pick? Are you going to entertain the thoughts of, I have money, I multiply money, I receive money? Or are you going to entertain the thought that, oh no, I don't have money, I can't make money, money is bad, money is evil? We go back again. See how everything is connected with your thinking, with your feelings, with your thoughts? See how it's connected? And that's why I teach and preach that the love of money is the root of good. You have to imprint that in your subconscious mind. The same way you have imprinted that money is bad, that money is evil. Remove that poverty belief, that negative belief around money, and imprint in your mind, imprint in your heart the positive belief, the positive idea, the positive feeling around money. The love of money is the root of good. Why? Because we do good for money. We do good about money. We do good with money. That's why the love of money is the root of good. Remove any negative belief, any negative idea, any negative feeling, any negative words, that you can have around money. Remove it. Take it out of your vocabulary. Take it out. No, don't even. Don't think bad about money. Don't feel bad about money, and don't speak bad about money. Any negative idea, negative feeling, negative words you have around money, take them out. Remove them. Remove them. Remove it. Remove it. Because think about it. That's why even though people come here and be like, oh no, don't say that to love money is bad. Those are yours belief. I believe money is great. Why? Because imagine money is a person, and you speak bad about the person, you speak evil about the person, is that person want to would that person want to be around you or in your life? No. Why? Because you speak bad about the person, you think bad about the person, and you think bad about the person. The same applies to money. Okay, switch it up. Another exercise we do in my class often. Imagine money is the person you want to date, the person you want to marry. Will you be speaking bad about that person? No. So why do you speak bad about money? Will you be thinking bad things about that person? No. So why do you speak bad or think bad about money? Why? Think good. Think good for money. Speak good of money. Feel good about money. Only. Yep. Absolutely. Think good about money. Feel good about money. Say good things about money. Make it a habit. Make it a habit. If you have anything negative around money, any negative words, negative feelings, negative ideas, take them out of your life. Take them out of your life. As we said earlier, so you can see how everything is connected. Whatever you imprint in your mind, whatever goes in your mind is going to produce. So if you tell your mind money is bad, money is evil, money is negative, your mind is going to keep you away from money because your mind is going to believe, well, your mind is going to agree that money is dangerous to you because you think money is evil, money is bad, money is nasty. So, because don't forget that your objective mind is consistently trying to protect you. So if you imprint in your mind the idea, the belief that money is bad, money is evil, money is nasty, money is dangerous, your mind is going to protect you from money. So your mind is not going to allow you to receive and to attack money because your mind is protecting you from what you say was evil. You told your mind money is evil, so mind got to protect you from the evil. If you want the opposite, you got to change your psychological, your mental ideas around money. Think good about money. Feel good about money. Feel confident with money. Say good things about money. Imprint in your mind that money is good, that money is happiness, that money is love, that money is health, that money is positivity. Imprint it in your mind consistently. So your mind can agree that, oh, okay, she loves money. Money is good for her. So let me give her more of what is good for her. Money is the root of good. Why? Because we do good with money. We do good about money. We do good for money. The love of money is the root of good because we do good for money. We do good about money. We do good with money. Affirmation, and you can add some affirmations right there too. I shower in money. Everywhere I go, money is with me. I entertain money. I multiply money. Money respect me. Money loves me. Money loves to be around me. I receive money consistently. I receive money abundantly. I receive money easily. Money comes to me every day. Money works with me every day. Money is my truth. Money is my right. Money is my definition. Money is me. I am money. Okay, now we're gonna do our overall, right? We talk about the mind, that we have two minds: the objective mind, which is our logical mind, and we have our subconscious mind, which is our subjective mind. The subconscious mind is our creative mind. Our sorry. Our manifesting mind. Right? So since our subconscious mind is our creative mind, because in your subconscious mind, that's where your life is being produced. That's where your life is being made. That's where your life is being changed. So all you want to do, achieve, receive, and change, you have to imprint it in your subconscious mind. And how do you imprint it? With your consistent thoughts, your consistent feelings, and your consistent words. And the heart is the connection. The heart is where your objective mind and your subjective mind become one. That's your heart. And your heart is the root of your life experiences. So, if there is a specific experience you want to experience, make that experience available in your heart, available in your subconscious mind, available in your mind. And you can do that at any time, anywhere, by using your imagination. Yeah. Your imagination is so powerful, because think about it. Your imagination does not have limits. You can imagine anything. I can be here. I can imagine that what I'm touching right now is $1 billion. Yes, $1 billion. It's going on in my imagination. Is already happening. It's true right there. Your imagination does not have limits. So, might as well use my imagination to bring me money without limits, happiness without limits, positivity without limits, health without limits, kindness without limits, love without limits, wisdom without limits. And your imagination is something that is in you. So if something is in you is limitless, that makes you limitless as well. We're going to go over limiting beliefs next Saturday in the next Bible Money study. Okay, and then what else we mentioned? Okay, that were the main things, right? Now, if anybody has a question over what I covered in this class, this is your time. Ask all your questions. If you want me to explain something or give examples that you didn't get. And the Bible verses we used was Proverbs 4:23, Isaiah 55:11, 1 Timothy 6:17. Those are the main proverbs we use today. So drop your questions. Waiting for the questions. When I was teaching, there was a lot of questions, but now nobody's asking questions. What time? At the same time next Saturday, the same time. In the homework we did was mental. We did mental workouts, right? Does anybody remember what was the mental workouts about? Does anybody remember what was the mental workouts about? Okay, I'm going to say it again. The mental workout is keep your mind, keep your soul, keep your heart, keep your subconscious mind out of what it is that you don't want, and keep it into what it is that you want. Yes. Repetition. Repetition. Why? Because repetition is the key to mastery. Whatever you do the most is what you are going to do the very best. The more you do it, the more you embrace it, the more you believe it, the more you improve it. Repetition. It goes with everything. Repeat the thoughts when you are doing your mental workout. Repeat the words. Repeat the feelings. Repeat the experiences over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. And plus, if it's something that you want, you are going to enjoy it, right? Because you are repeating something that you want. So it should be fun for you. You should be doing it anyways. Me, sometimes I go to the store, I will just, when I'm in the line about to pay, I will just start telling myself, oh, I'm so rich. I'm so beautiful. I'm so wise. I can do anything. I can build anything. Look at me. I multiply money. I'm so positive. I'm so kind. I'm doing good to myself. Wow, that's so amazing. That's just me talking to myself. And I talk to myself the most. If you see me in the street talking, I'm not crazy. I'm talking to myself. Because self is key. Right? What else we have here? If you are around people that don't spend their money wisely. Well, first of all, we don't say the word spend in my class. We say invest. We say use. We say multiply. We don't say the word spend because when I say spend, I'm like, oh, it's already went away. I'm not going to have it again. But when I say use, I'm like, oh, since I use it for something or for someone, somebody can use it for me. See, it comes back. Or you can also say circulate. You can say rearrange. I'm rearranging my money because I'm rearranging it to come back to me. Right? Positive words around money only. Only positive words. So I think you are this is your first time in my class. That word, take it out of your vocabulary. You can say multiply, you can say use, you can say rearrange, you can say circulate, you can say entertain, but not the other one. Okay, any question? What do you think if you become stingy? Is it good to change or what do you think if you become stingy, it is good to change your financial situation? Money is energy, and you have to keep the energy flowing. So flow it in the right areas, in the right reasons, in the right businesses, with the right people, with the right purpose. Keep it flowing because as you are using it, as you are giving it, it comes back to you. God was not stingy. The Creator was not stingy because He gave us, all of us, the same mind. And with that same mind, we can do amazing and successful things. Okay? 1 Timothy 6:17. God is not selfish. God is not selfish or stingy, but gives us richly all things to enjoy. It's abundant. It's everywhere. You can have as much as you want. And so does other people. So circulate it in the right reasons, in the right areas, in the right businesses, in the right purposes, for the right goal, for the right mission, for the right feeling, for the right thought. Because as it goes, it comes back. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for the question. All of that have asked. There is someone who treated me bad and hasn't spoke to me. Should I be nice to him and say hello? Well, that has nothing to do with what we went over, but if somebody is bad to you, first and foremost, you have to understand that that's a reflection of them. And that's on you to decide if you are going to entertain that badness or you are going to remove yourself. I don't have an answer for that, but that's what I'm thinking right now. What time zone? Central Time, US. Okay. There's no more questions. Okay. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. And bye. I'm going to close with this Bible verse. God teaches us to profit. So profit using your gifts, using your talents, using your passions for the right reasons only, for the positive reasons only, and for the right businesses and services only.